Everybody, welcome to Casual Sports Talk Podcast, NFC East and West edition, preview edition. And now we got a gentleman right over here who's happy that he'll make sure all his contracts are null and signed, unlike the Cowboys and Michael Parsons. Here's Douglas.
Oh, Stu, you can't be throwing me a layup like that. I'm going to change the topics. We'll get into the Cowboys enough today. I think we have a question that's on all of our minds, Stu. Texas or Ohio State? Who you got?
I can't choose.
Right now, on the spot, Stuart, who do you got? Texas?
No.
Or the Buckeyes out of the Ohio State University?
Buckeyes and hook 'em horns.
Oh,
or, no, that's not. That's all right.
Good luck with that, Stu.
Hey, I'm just saying, you got your kids.
You know,
it's like, which one is your favorite adopted child? You can't choose that.
Or, Stuart, hey, how about this? If you had to put all your life savings and all your stocks in the Cowboys franchise on either the Texas Longhorns or the Ohio State University Buckeyes, what would you do?
I can't make that decision.
Yeah, well, I don't like that answer. I don't like that answer.
And now we got a gentleman right over here who's hoping that the Brownies still don't beat the Clownies, even though they will. Here's Chris.
Honestly, I like the Buckeyes. I like the Browns, what they're doing right now. Even though, so you guys know that, so by tomorrow, Wednesday, October 27th, every team has to come out with their 53-man roster, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So the Browns came out with their 53-man roster. I don't recognize any of their wide receivers besides Jerry Jeudy. So, man, I just don't even know. Maybe I'll just take that flag off the back corner of my room and just I don't even know. I'm going to start wearing my Buckeyes jersey from here on out.
You know, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Chris. The Chargers did the same thing. They got rid of, I can't even think of their names right now, but Mike Williams and who was the other receiver? The Chargers. Jim Harbaugh, Keenan Allen. Jim Harbaugh comes in.
Keenan Allen's back with the Chargers now for this year. Let's go.
He is.
But anyways, back to what you're saying.
No, but I mean, they were better, They were just super physical, and they just focus on running the ball. Maybe you guys are going to just be a ground and pound team. Get Myles Garrett to get 25 sacks this year.
Oh, man. I like what you're saying, Doug, because our run offense, our running backs are stacked.
Exactly. So, I mean, I have
Jerome Ford and Dylan Sampson. Who are those guys?
Exactly. Browns
We're here to talk about the Cleveland Browns. We're here to talk about the NFC West and the NFC East.
Yes, indeed. And now, before we start talking about the rankings, we got to talk about the most important news story, maybe of the century right now. The Swifties are happy. Travis Kelce put a ring on it, just like his Lombardis.
So I really want to know Taylor Swift, her dad, her family, what NFL team she grew up rooting for,
I think it was probably the Titans.
No, she was not from tabloids say she was from Nashville, Tennessee. I don't think she was actually from Nashville, Tennessee.
Let me check. Let me check. Where's Taylor Swift? Yeah, I think she was from Nashville.
Well, thinking is one thing and knowing is another.
Yes, let me check. Where is
this Wikipedia search? Taylor Swift, born and raised.
She was born, I think, in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So that means
she's either a Steelers girl or a
So she was on the Kelce Brothers podcast, and she understood nothing about football. I do think she was an Eagles fan because she's like kind of Philly, but she thought both offenses were on the field at the same time.
Smart.
Smart. She literally had no clue of football. So I think she truly is a Chiefs fan at heart because she only paid any attention to it once she kind of started dating Mr. How do you say his name? It's not Kelce, you're telling me?
So yeah, the way he pronounces their last name is Kelch. Kelch. Kelch, even though it's spelled Kelce. It's pronounced Kelch for all of our wonderful viewers out there.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, so Taylor Kelch is on the horizon.
We will see. I mean, I always will say this. I know all the people who are like, I hated Taylor Swift beat on the scream the NFL. Oh, it's so dumb. Like, let's be honest, gentlemen. The NFL does not care about us. Roger Goodell can go slap me, slap my mama, tell me I'm a garbage human being, and I don't even care about your stupid team and watching you stupid watch your stupid red zone, you stupid idiot. And you know what I'm going to do? Still watch those football games.
Dude, heck yes, sir. I mean, honestly, like, it's all about viewership.
Yeah.
Who's making money? I
You don't
like
care about us because we're already in it. You know what I mean?
exactly.
I mean, the Swifties, yeah, you want to have a new, and especially if you want to have a female audience for the NFL. Like, I mean, I don't think that's like the terrible thing in the world. You know what I mean?
So,
but anyway, back to
honestly, I hope that Mr. Kelce, Travis Kelce, and Taylor Swift have an amazing marriage. Hopefully, it works amazingly. But I mean, I know Doug spoke about it 2 weeks ago on the podcast that the
Chiefs,
Kansas City Chiefs might be 9-8, and I might agree with that.
No, still trash take. Still trash.
Honestly, ever since Mr. Travis Kelce started dating and was involved with Taylor Swift, and I hope Travis Kelce.
They won a Super Bowl when they dated.
What did you say?
They won a Super Bowl when they dated.
You guys are still talking about this? I thought we were spending 30 minutes here. I feel like I was going for
Hey, we're 7 minutes in. Let's go.
They won a Super Bowl.
But yeah, honestly, I like what Doug's saying. Are we talking about the NFC West first? Let's go.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll do our rankings real quick. 1 is basically trash. The season's over. We're putting the Saints in that 1. 2, the teams are bad. 5% odds. Definitely, we're probably going to put those Giants on there in that too. Let's be honest. Spoiler alert for the podcast. 3 of those mostly bad teams. Definitely, you're not putting my Cowboys in the free. You better not put my Cowboys in the free, Douglas.
Well, Stuart 3 was optimistic, so I won't.
How dare you?
That was the high end of my list.
How dare you? 4,
season's over, Stu.
4 is those mid-seasons. Probably.
Yes, sir. Who's the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys?
I don't know.
Javonte Williams, who was the starting running back for the Broncos last year.
Oh God.
I mean, honestly, it's not a bad starter. Javonte Williams has a lot of potential. Anyways, sorry, sir, to interrupt you. Back to what you're saying.
Yes, 5 is those football hells or worst divisions, just like the Cowboys have been with Dak Prescott when they don't make the postseason for the most part. Not wrong. Done that.
Stu, was it? Did you enjoy the Tony Romo era more or the Dak Prescott era more?
I'm gonna go with Dak.
Really fascinating.
He says that really quietly, so it seems like he likes Tony
Romo. Okay, I'll say this random tangent: Prime Romo or Prime Dak. I think Dak is better than Prime Romo.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you, Stuart, but it depends on like how their outcome was. Would you have a great guy who's amazing in fantasy, has the amount of yards he throws is amazing, but the outcome is not there? Like, would you rather some guy win a Super Bowl or
you know what I would rather be? I would rather be
Super Bowl winner or lead the league in passing yards?
Super Bowl winner.
All right. Well, I mean, neither of them got to it, but
yeah. I'd rather have Peyton Manning where he was just like carried by that defense that one year with the Broncos.
Oh, Peyton Manning with the Denver Broncos?
Yes.
Beautiful.
He was not passing great, but let's be honest. He was just
Von Miller, dude. Let's go.
Sometimes history does us justice where it's like he probably should have won a second one with Indianapolis somewhere in there. And instead he won one where he wasn't the main reason, which is kind of fun.
Yes. It is pretty funny that he was not the main reason. And then 6 is definitely making that playoffs or putting it where I'm putting my Cowboys in. We're going to 6, baby.
All right, sir, calm down. They're not.
7 is always those teams that are going to be winning them playoffs. Definitely my Cowboys there.
Not the Cowboys. Well, the 8s, not the Cowboys.
NFC
East. I'm going to bed. I can't do this tonight.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Cowboys the entire night. I'm shutting this off too. Yeah, later.
10. I'm gonna give the 10 to my Cowboys because we're guaranteed the Lombardi, right?
Oh my
Yeah, who won the AFL, the Arena Football League? Maybe I'll put them as a 10. Because I'm not sure who I put at a 10 right now in the NFL.
I mean,
My Dallas Cowboys.
All right. So
anyway, we're going to start with the first team, which is the Arizona Cardinals, the second most interesting team that's kind of mid also. You have Kyler Murray, who has made a postseason, but also kind of been bad. Been a lot of injuries. Last year was not really the greatest. They were kind of hanging in there, but they were kind of like, meh. I think they were not the greatest team last season. So I'm going to start out with first. I'm trying to think. Can they do a little bit better? Can I see a postseason for Kyler Murray? Because I feel like he's in the same boat right now as Trevor Lawrence is for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, this might be a make or break year. I still feel like that there's a lot of doubters. There's a lot. It's like this. It's like Urinating Tree, the friend of the pod, talked about it, which I feel like you could probably say one thing for Trevor Lawrence is the same thing for Kyler Murray. He's in that same boat.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's great. I mean, the NFC West only had the NFC West and the South only had one team making the playoffs.
Yes.
Each. So yeah, sir. What do you think?
I don't know. Can they improve better? I mean, we all gave them like 4s. I believe we all gave them 4s, and they were like a 7-10. They did hang along a little bit, but I might give them. I just feel like this team is kind of still in this rebuild. I don't think Kyler Murray's the man. I still feel like he's like okay, but I just kind of feel like there's still this like there's like a chirpy bird in my mind where I'm just like Kyler Murray is like he's okay, but he's not the greatest of all time.
No, Stu, there's only one GOAT. It's a pretty high bar. It's like the dude's either mid or the best to ever do it.
Yeah. So I think the Cardinals. I'm gonna give them. I feel like this is like a 4 team. I just kind of feel like this is like a 4 team. I feel like this is kind of a mid team. I don't think this will be the worst team in the division. I'll mark my words. I don't think this will be the worst team right now. I think there might be another team that I might talk about that I think might be the worst team in the division. Just saying.
Dude, yeah, this division is always a toss-up. I mean, man, we went hard. Well, I don't know about but I know I went hard on the 49ers last year, and they finished 6-11. So yeah, Cardinals last year they finished 8-9. Marvin Harrison, one of the better or the best wide receiver coming out of last year's draft, or just the 2 years. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I like I said earlier, there was only one team that made the playoffs from this division last season. Oh, man, and I don't see it. I see it happening again, where one team from this division makes the playoffs, and I don't see it being the Cardinals. There's a lot of. I mean, James Conner, running back, he's a veteran. Didn't he play for the Steelers at one point? Doesn't matter. Yeah. Also, you have Kyler Murray, great fantasy quarterback. He can move his legs back and forth, run, pass. Great. Cardinals finished 8-9 last season.
Oh, and that's also my record. Also, I'm going to give them an 8-9.
Oh, again, 8-9. See, I'm going lower than that. Sir, put me at a 4. Yeah, 4. But I feel like they'll finish 7-10. I don't see anything great coming out of this division.
Yeah, that's how I feel about this one. I just don't. I don't think this team's going to make a postseason at this one. Could we say is Kyler Murray with the Cardinals? Will he ever make a postseason from here on out?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a good chance, y'all. I feel like I don't get the hate.
Let's go. Optimistic Doug over here.
Optimistic Doug.
Well, I mean, like Kyler's finally healthy. Year 2 of Marvin Harrison. They got Trey McBride. They just got Will Johnson from the Wolverines at an absolute steal. They have a few other good young defensive pieces. Dude, he's supposed to be a top 5 pick, and they got him like the 3rd round like I was really digging what they're doing in Arizona. Like they were close last year, and they only got better this year, I thought. That being said, I mean, I was doing the math in my head before I started talking because there's 7 teams that can make the playoffs in the division, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure I picked the Lions and the Packers. We got, I think, just the Buccaneers in the South. So that's 3. But then I think there's probably 2 from the East, 2 from the West. That's more my math is going. But there's 3 teams kind of for those 2 spots. And it's like right now I'm like kind of between 2. It's like, do I think the 49ers are going to bounce back to their playoff form? Do I think Matthew Stafford is healthy enough to lead this team with Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua and that whole squad? Like, is Stafford, does he have another elite year in him? Or does Kyler Murray finally take that step? Like, those are the 3 teams that I'm, like, debating on. Oh, and I don't know, Stu. This is hard because I'm right on the fence, man.
I agree.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with the 6.
No!
There's something about this team this year for me. Like, I think they'll be 10-7. This division's gonna be real competitive. But I mean, like, they were just like a play or 2 away last year from making it.
So, Doug, are you saying the Cardinals will or should win the division here?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it'll be a real toss-up, man. But I do think that, like, I don't think anybody's going to pull away in this division. I think all teams are within striking distance.
I kind of disagree with you, Douglas.
Well, I mean, you made your points already, Stu. I get it. You don't have to.
Sure. We're done with your opinion. We're talking about Doug. No,
wow, you're like.
So here's the thing. I just don't know that I see these other 2 teams in the division. Like, I feel like the Cardinals, there's just something I like about them. Like, there's something, I think they kind of put it together a little bit this year with some of the pieces they got. Like, I mean,
see, this would be a great segue if we're going to talk about the 49ers next.
Yeah, let's
I don't know if we are, because, like, I like the 49ers, but Stuart, who are we talking about next? And Doug,
yes,
Doug, finish what you're saying. I don't want to interrupt you.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, because I don't know. I just like what the Cardinals got going, though. So something about it that I truly think that Kyler Murray is going to kind of put it together this year, and like him and Marvin Harrison will get that chemistry, and Trey McBride is still there. Like, there's pieces there, man, for a really good football team.
But do you agree? Is this a make or break it year for Kyler Murray?
I mean, if he falls flat on his face, like, yeah, I think they should consider being done with it. Like, they kind of have finally, I think, in my opinion, like, have a good storm of things for him to make that push. And this is his year to show why he was a Heisman Trophy, winner and #1 pick.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's kind of been an interesting, NFL, because he's been in the NFL since 2019, if I remember correctly, right? And he made his postseason like 1 time, I think, only 1 postseason.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's kind of one of those things too, where like they never fully put the team, because like didn't they? They just have never quite done it. Like, this is definitely the most talented, in my opinion, that they've been in a while.
He was drafted #1 overall. We know that, but in 2019, has he really been in the league 5 or 6 years?
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's been kind of weird. It's like he's like and I feel like he's just still like.
Hey, still, there's nothing still about this. Like Doug said, make or break. Let's go, Kyle Murray.
I mean, they did overpay. I kind of do feel like they did. I do feel like they overpaid Kyler Murray.
I mean, I think the Cowboys overpaid Dak too, Stu. It happens.
I mean, Doug, you think, but we know they overpaid Dak.
No, I know.
Well, what do the Cardinals and the Cowboys have in common, Stu? Paying $250 million to miss the playoffs? Is that what they have in common?
How dare you all? How dare you all? Why you got to trigger me on my own podcast?
Hey, we'll talk about the Cowboys a little bit later. What team we're talking about next?
Oh, yes.
Who's our next NFC West?
We'll start with you, Christopher. The 49ers, which has been an interesting
perfect segue.
It's an interesting thing for segue. 2 years ago, they made the Super Bowl. They went from making a Super Bowl to absolutely collapsing because people got hurt, and DJ Metcalf came back and he did not play as well. I mean, Brock Purdy.
DJ Metcalf or DK?
Not DK Metcalf. I'm sorry. Christian. Was it Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, I mean they look like identical twins.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Same position, running back.
Sorry, I messed up. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Christian McCaffrey got hurt, and then
there's no need to apologize because, like I said,
so we know what you meant. We know what you meant.
We're the Casual Sports Talk podcast, and wasn't Christian McCaffrey? He was on the Madden cover, so it's the Madden curse.
It is the Madden curse. So
I'm knocking on wood right now.
Who's on it this year?
Saquon Barkley.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I knocked on wood.
The Madden curse. I want the Eagles to collapse. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, because we'll be talking about Saquon Barkley and the Eagles soon, shortly.
Stop. How dare you?
Honestly, what didn't the 49ers just pay? They paid Brock Purdy.
I think Brock Purdy got paid.
Well, right?
I think he got like a decent. So I'm gonna look it up. Like how much did Brock? So how much did Brock?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. So Brock Purdy, he's getting paid. He's their franchise quarterback. So Ricky Pearlson, the guy who got shot last year, is an amazing wide receiver for what's going on.
All right. So fun fact: Brock Purdy got paid $265 million contract extension
Over how many years?
5-year contract.
265, 5 years. How many is that? How much money is that per year?
53
per year.
Wow. Okay. So they're saying that he's definitely worth it. So I mean,
but like I said, there is a lot of players that have left. I feel like this is not the better team. 49ers. I know it's probably been a couple years ago. I'm just saying that. Like I said, they don't got that space now. It was their Super Bowl bust, and this is their bust.
I feel like Christian McCaffrey, he's going to come back. He's not going to be the greatest running back as he used to be, but they have George Kittle, they have Juwan Jennings, they have Ricky Pearlson. They finished 6-11 last year. I rode high on them last year. I remember that specifically. I'm like, oh, they're going to be they're going to be the first seed overall in the NFC. So yeah, like I said earlier, this division is hard. But I like that we spoke about the Cardinals and then the 49ers back to back, because I feel like the 49ers are going to win this division.
What?
Would I put the 49ers at 7-10? So the 49ers, they're going to win the division. Not 12-5. Not 11-6. They're going to win the division at 10-7.
Okay. So what do you think you're going to get?
Sorry for stock options. Put me at a 6. I'm not sure how confident I am, because the NFC, as we know, has a lot of good competitors. Detroit Lions.
Yeah,
a 6.
They'll make the playoffs. You do have the Rams. You do have the Buccaneers. You
got the Philadelphia Eagles. You're right, Stuart.
The Cowboys.
Don't forget about the Giants.
Oh God!
I know I didn't realize it was a comedy hour.
My apologies. No spoilers here.
But anyway, are you optimistic or are you pessimistic?
Well, Stu, now I'm picking between the 49ers and the Rams, it appears. And I'm pessimistic. I don't, and I mean, maybe I'm biased. I don't think Brock Purdy is a top of the market QB. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, I think he's good. I think he's really good when he has the right players. I think there's a little bit of Jared Goff there. Whereas, like, if he has the perfect system and he's in rhythm and there's all this stuff, he can be great. He's like an anticipation guy and like whatever. So like I don't know. I have a hard time with seeing them taking this big step forward. When Stu kind of said too, like their key guys are a little bit older. Last year they had a down year. They moved on from some guys, and it's like, is this closer to the 6-11 team, or is this closer to the Super Bowl, near Super Bowl winning team? And like I feel like they're closer to the 6-11 team than they are that Super Bowl team personally.
I mean, yeah, if I'm going there close to the Super Bowl or 6-11, I'm going closer to 6.
They went 14-3 the year before. So like I was gonna go with a 9-8 because like I think they're gonna be competitive, but like I don't see them quite sneaking in there. Like I think there's other teams that'll probably get the best of them a little bit. It's like I'll give them a 5. Like I think this division is gonna be really fun to watch all year. I just don't see it for them this year for some reason.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like, and I know people are saying, well, they have an easy schedule. Look at their schedule, super easy. They're going to make the division. They're going to be it. And I know, but still, I just still feel like there's this like part of me that I'm like, if this was like 2 years ago, full force, San Francisco, yeah, I would be like, 14-3, handily. I still feel like this is not really that great of a San Francisco. I just don't feel as strong. I'm more leaning towards the Douglas right now. I just feel like they lost all their most of the key players. Christian McCaffrey did not play as well. I don't know if he's going to come back to like he was a couple years ago.
He'll be back.
Is Brock Purdy going to be in the Kaepernick Garoppolo field of like 49ers quarterbacks where it's just like you have that one great year, you make it in that Super Bowl, and that's your peak, and then pretty much like, are we going to be like 3 years from now, Brock Purdy's going to be like a backup in another city? You know what I mean? Like Garoppolo was.
Can you imagine they have Trey Lance again? They do a full circle.
Get back Jay Lance. Also, I do.
Where does Trey Lance? Does he play for Green Bay right now? What team does he play for?
I believe Trey Lance is now out of the Cowboys, and I believe he is.
No, he's not with the Cowboys.
He's not with the Cowboys no more. He was the Cowboys. Where is Trey Lance? I will look that up. Where is Trey Lance now?
There's a part of me that thinks he's on the Chargers.
Oh no, Doug's right. I actually watched.
He is with the Chargers now.
Yeah, because I actually, for some weird reason, I was watching one of the preseason games, the Chargers game, and you had Justin Herbert on the sideline. Who was there starting the quarterback? Mr. Trey Lance.
And I mean,
anyways,
yeah.
So we're done.
Yeah. I should probably. I just feel like that this is like that's what I'm trying to think. I'm like, is Brock Purdy like gonna get you to that like Lombardi level, or is this just one and done? Like every 49ers, I feel like it's just they had that shot.
Well, I mean, I don't know about Lombardi level, but do you think he'll lead the team to the playoffs? Is he at that level?
I honestly feel more pessimistic. I'm giving him the 4. I just don't. I honestly just don't feel confident with them. I just feel like there's always that part of me that's like in the back of my mind. I'm like,
all right. So Stuart, 9-8. I said 10-7.
I'm gonna go 7-10. 7-10. I just don't feel confident right now. I honestly don't. I know that they have a weak schedule, but still, like, can they do well?
I'm pretty sure they do play the Browns.
They do play against the Browns, but still, I mean, that's probably a gimme win, but still. But I just don't feel as confident with this trade and also, you know, you're stuck with the sins of having a huge contract and trying to get Trey Lance. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yeah. Could you imagine how much better their lives would be if they just didn't trade for Trey Lance?
Yeah, it's catching up to them. The sins are catching up to him.
And that's the thing. The NFL, the windows I feel like are getting a little bit shorter. You know, like maybe now with the Chiefs might be the exception to that, but like I don't know. I feel like there's kind of like a lot of those like 1 year breakthrough and then kind of struggle to get back. Like you have the Bengals getting there, not getting it done. The 49ers getting there, not getting it done. You have a lot of teams that like get through that one time and then you don't see them again even in the playoffs for several years. It's like the NFL is so close, you know, between these teams.
Yeah, and I just feel like you got like this is your only shot. And if you don't make that shot, it's over. You know what I mean?
I have a fear that the Lions shot was 2 years ago when they blew that 17-point lead in the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
If they can't get through and break through, that's going to be the shot that we should have finished it. You never know you're going to get that next shot.
That's how I feel with like the Cowboys in that 2016-17. It's like, man, that could have been our shot to maybe make it to a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Or
you got to take advantage of the shots. Speaking of shots, Stu, who we got next?
Who do we got next? Indeed, we got the next one. Your team. Ooh. That's not the Seattle Seahawks. So
was it Sam Darnold who leads the team?
Yeah. So goodbye, Geno Smith. Even though they went 10-7, they decided, no, Geno Smith. We want Sam Darnold back, baby.
Man, what team does Geno Smith even play for? The Raiders or
Raiders, basically.
He's a Raider.
He is flipping birds against his enemies in the Raider Nation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Seahawks are an interesting team too, man, because it's like they got rid of Lockett, they got rid of Metcalf, they got rid of Geno. So it's like this is a very, very different team. I mean, the defense is going to be solid. They got a defensive-minded head coach. But, like, it's just – who do they have at their receivers right now?
Oh, come on, guys. You guys know Ohio State, Jackson Smith, and the Jigba?
I would say, is that like the lead guy? Like with all due respect, like he's wonderful. Like he's a great player, but like I don't.
And with all due respect, who's their running back from the state of Michigan?
Oh, we all know about Mr.
Kenneth Walker, not from the University of Michigan, but he still went to a collegiate school.
He did go here, so yeah. This team is tricky though, man. Because it's like I like their coach, I like the culture that they're building, but it's like I don't see them being better getting rid of those three guys.
And I mean,
plus they also have one of the best wide receivers as of recent. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Cooper Kupp.
And I mean, I always say it for like the Seahawks, and I mean for Sam Darnold. It kind of stinks for Sam Darnold because, like I said, he really was the comeback player of the year. He played really well in Minnesota. And then that Detroit game.
They just trade him away? Like, what was
They broke him. And he probably would have gotten paid $100 million. I mean, granted, he still got paid $40 million, but still. Like
the Lions cost them a lot of money, that's for sure.
That cost them a lot of money. And then that playoff game, they looked awful. They looked garbage at that game. They basically made.
So do you guys think that was the reason they traded him away? Because that one playoff game?
I truly think it's because they planned on JJ being the guy. Like I think it was their plan all along. Like I don't think that. I mean, I think Sam Darnold is always. I don't think he was ever meant to start. Honestly, I think it was supposed to be JJ's team, and then he tore his meniscus.
But
maybe I'm wrong, but
I mean, I will think about it. Like if let's just say Sam Darnold had a good playoff run, did beat the Lions, and maybe
if he would have overachieved that hard and then won the division 15-2, like of course you're not getting rid of him. But like, they know how much talent they have on their team. They have an elite coach too. We're not talking about them though. This is about the Seahawks.
It is about the Seahawks. So I don't know. Do you think
focus, boys?
Is this going to be last year Sam Darnold, or is this going to be the Jets Sam Darnold? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I do think that, there is something to players just getting destroyed in New York. Like, I do think that he is far better than the New York version of himself. Like, whether he's as good as he was in Minnesota, I mean, he doesn't sit there and have Justin Jefferson and Addison, TJ Hawkinson. So it's like, he's not going to be as good. I mean, this is easily the worst team in the division to me. I mean, I'm going to give him a 4 and like a 6-11.
Wow.
I just don't see it. Like, I don't see there being enough playmakers on this team to I think Cooper Kupp's past his prime. I think Darnold is a lesser version of what he was last year. I mean,
Yeah, so you're very pessimistic on this one.
I mean, I think
let's go. You show us what you want, because I'm almost aligned with what Doug's saying. But Stuart, you're next in line. Let's go.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like Sam Darnold, like I said, I always say it. Sam Darnold probably was a comeback player of the year, played a really incredible season with the Vikings. Those 2 losses really kind of feel like they broke Sam Darnold. They broke the Vikings. And I just don't feel like they have the same pieces. I mean, granted, I will say this team has always been on the borderline. They've either been, with the Geno Smith era, they've always either at least made the playoffs or they were borderline. It's crazy that a 10-17 did not make a postseason. It is crazy to think about that. And they were out week 17. Week 17.
And I mean, that's the thing is I don't know that I immediately view Darnold as an upgrade from Geno Smith. Like, I don't know that makes you better.
I think it might be I might even say it might be a decrease.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm not a huge Geno Smith guy, but I also I think I'd rather have Geno Smith than Sam Darnold personally.
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't Geno Smith? He's with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah,
he's with the Raiders.
Nice.
Christopher, you forgot about that. We talked about that 2 minutes ago.
Well, sir, I went to Las Vegas Raiders game versus Cleveland Browns last season, so it doesn't even matter.
Yes.
2 minutes ago.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Amnesia Chris here.
Yeah, sorry guys, I missed the podcast last week, so if I'm missing anything here,
yeah, you're in the
blame Sam Darnold and Geno Smith.
Yeah. But
all right, sir, where are you going here with the Seahawks?
I honestly kind of agree with Douglas on this one. I just don't feel as confident. I feel like Sam Darnold. Honestly, I think he might have a bad year, and I think he's going to get benched, or he's going to go. he might just be a backup somewhere else. I just don't feel as confident right there. I'm going to give him the 4. I don't think it'll be
somewhere else. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I just feel like
starting quarterback being a backup somewhere else. That means he has to get traded.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Stuart. What did you say the record for the Seahawks?
Oh, I'm gonna go 6-11. I'm going with Douglas on this one. I kind of do. Yeah, the more I kind of think about it, I'm like, it's gonna be them or the 49ers, in my opinion, on who's gonna be the worst division right now.
Yeah, this division is very tough. I said that the 49ers will probably win the division. And like I said, I like what Doug was saying. Sam Darnold came over from the Minnesota Vikings, who had probably the top 2 tandem wide receivers. I know we talked about that last year in last year's podcast a bunch of times. We got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, but then we also have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. I don't think.
What about Amon-Ra and J-Mo?
Oh yeah,
exactly. Did you guys touch base on that last week when I was absent?
No, I don't think we talked about.
No, I don't think we talked about that. Yeah,
but it doesn't matter because Sam Darnold, he had those components at the Minnesota Vikings with their team, and I know he might have JSN, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Oh, that's great, but who else does he have? Cooper Kupp, like Doug said, who's. I mean, I'm not trying to talk trash about any wide receiver or any player, but he might be towards the end of his career. And that's Cooper Kupp. So what? Seattle Seahawks, they finished last year at 10-7.
10-7.
So yeah, give me what you guys said, 6-11. Yeah, 6-11 for the Seahawks. Put me at a 4 because I just don't see them doing anything special this year.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that. I think they might be a downgrade. I mean, I just don't feel confident right now for the Seahawks. So we'll see. Maybe it might be better, but I'm just like, really, it's the Seahawks right now. I'm just I just don't feel as good. And now we got the final team right here, the Rammies, who are about to ram it to so far. It's been interesting in the Stafford era because they won a Super Bowl. They traded everybody and they went garbage. They were probably the bottom 5 worst team in the NFL.
Ooh.
To then win a playoff game, and they were super close. I believe they're the only close team in the postseason that were close of almost beating the Eagles, but they lost that game.
You know what's crazy is, do you guys know who the backup quarterback is for the Los Angeles Rams? Not the backup, maybe 2 or 3.
Who's the backup?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo is still in the oh my god!
Yeah, right? Is that crazy? I was looking at their depth chart. I'm like, no way, this guy is still playing. Because he was on the hot seat, amazing for the Raiders at one point. Man, he was on the 49ers. Man, this guy just likes to float around. But also, you have the Georgia quarterback, Stetson Bennett. Either the third string or the backup. But man, Jimmy Garoppolo. I do say Garoppolo because the one time, dude, he came in hot for fantasy and then he just blew it up. So sorry, Jimmy.
I'm still surprised that Tim Boyle is still in the league. Tim Boyle.
He sounds like a quarterback or a punter.
He was the Jets guy when it was that Thanksgiving game a couple years ago when they threw it to Miami and the Jets. He threw it for a Hail Mary, and Miami scored a 98-yard touchdown. And Tim Boyle couldn't even tackle the guy. That man is still in the league.
Gosh darn it, Tim Boyle. But you know what I like about what we're talking about here with the Rams? Stuart, what do you think they're going to do here?
I feel like it's going to be interesting. I know there's been some issues with Stafford in his shoulder a little bit, but I think he's going to go play, and he's going to be in the regular season right now. I mean, they still got their players. They still got their core. They still got their core tenants right now. I honestly could still see them at that 7. I honestly still feel like that this team is still the same Stafford Lions as they are. I think they've been so consistent. Sean McVay has been even a great coach. Even, let's be honest, the last 2 seasons, we didn't I think week 4, week 5, both times we thought, okay, it's over for the Rams. They're not making a postseason. And they somehow, once once they get the bye week, they just boom, we're gonna make it to that postseason and do well. And I honestly feel like that this team could be still. I think I'm gonna probably give them the 11-6. And I still feel like this team could win the division right now. And I think they could win a playoff. I think they're still in that Super Bowl contention right now with all those teams. If I could in the NFC right now, like they're probably in that top. There might be the top 5 best teams in the NFL.
That's true. You said 11-6.
Yeah.
Honestly, looking at the depth chart, you might be right on pace, sir. Because like they have Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams. Who cannot forget Puka Nacua?
Yes,
who might be like a top 5 wide receiver 1 right now.
Adams.
Yeah,
I forget. Yeah, honestly, like Doug, what you said, I forgot. I didn't realize that they picked up Devontae Adams.
I mean, that's kind of the reason that I was going to also give them the 7 because I was on track with everything you said, Stu. Like I think this team's just great, and like they gave the Lions a crazy game last year, went into overtime.
Yeah, and that was week 1, if I remember correctly, right?
That was week 1, and that was a great game. And I mean, they should have beaten the Eagles, and they probably would have, beaten the Commanders as well. So like,
oh my god, and then like I said with Chris, how would you feel about that if Stafford would have won 2 Super Bowls?
I mean, if Stafford had 2 and we had 0, I mean, I think we said it last week. We said we all realized like, Detroit's the problem.
Yeah, I think I would have probably said I probably would have come to this podcast and been like, remember all those Lions fans that was like, man, Stafford sucks and it's the reason why he can't win anything. It's Stafford's fault. I'm like, this is Stafford's fault.
Well, Stu, here's the thing. He didn't. So he won 1.
He won 1, but still, even when he won 1, I was like,
he's got 1. Jared Goff will get 1 this year, Stu, and then we'll call it even. We'll call it the most even trade of all time, and we'll all be happy. Okay?
Yeah. But I guess we'll start with you, Christopher. What are you feeling?
We'll continue with me because Stuart, you started off, but it doesn't matter. Why do I feel like Devontae Adams is so, I want to say the 3-letter word, but so old? He's only 32. I feel like
I'm older than Devontae Adams. How dare you?
We're all older than Devontae Adams.
Hey, we're the same age. I'm the same age as him. Okay.
Just saying. I don't. This is like a random tangent. It's like when people in their 20s say they're old or 30s and they're old. I'm like, bro.
Stu, people in their 40s probably get mad that I say I feel old all the time too.
Like, I will always say, wait till we're 60 and we're doing this podcast right there in like the mothership or something. I don't know.
Like the Rams have a great line. They have Stafford, they have Kyron Williams, Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. But I feel like they're just I don't know why. And what I picked the 49ers to win the division. The Rams finished 10-7 last year. They'll finish 8-9 this year, 5.
Wow.
There's something about it. Like I love their lineup fantasy wise. Give me Puka Nacua. Give me Devontae Adams on my fantasy team, but I just don't see them doing it,
Well, I mean, the only world that I see that you're correct, Chris, is if Stafford continues to have injury problems. Because I think if Stafford's at like 90% or above, I see them as like good. But like I think their biggest thing is like Stafford's in like I think 36, 37 or so.
Yeah, and I think
I'm pretty sure he's missed some time this preseason too with injuries.
Yeah, so, he did have a shoulder injury a little bit.
Oh yeah, Stafford, 37 years young, born
37, coming off of some injuries. Like, I mean, when he plays great, he's among the top best in the league, probably top 5 at his peak. But are we going to get peak? But it's hard not to get peak with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. Like, you could probably put Sam Darnold out there.
And
you guys could put Sam Darnold out there, and he'd look great.
And also, I will say, Douglas, how long do you think Stafford has with maybe the Rams right now before he goes to the?
I mean, I think Stafford's a classy guy. So if he wins the Super Bowl this year, he's done. If he doesn't, I think realistically, he's only got 1 or 2 more years left. He's going to try to hold on for Sean McVay. He's going to give it everything he's got. Yeah. But I mean, he's got a bunch of young kids. I think he has 5 daughters or so. And like I do think he's going to kind of choose that life here because he's been hurt so much and he's almost 40. I mean,
I don't think
got another good year or 2.
And I don't feel like you want to go into like the level of like an Aaron Rodgers or I'm trying to think Big Ben or an Eli during the twilight of their careers where I'm just like, oh my God, they're like a shell of themselves. And I'm just like, why were this person good? You kind of forget about like that. Like Big Ben towards it, yeah.
I don't think Stafford will do that. Like I think, and I'm pretty sure, like I might be making this up. I'm pretty sure on one of I think he did Bryson's podcast, like DeChambeau's. And I'm like, I might be making this up, so I do apologize. But I feel like he said like he would play as long as he was like a benefit to the team. Like he's a team guy. So like if he knows that like him going in would be a detriment to the team, I don't think he would go in. Like I don't think he has a big enough ego to keep playing if he's not helping the team. He's not gonna pull an Aaron Rodgers and sit there and like literally try to win every single game. The Jets could have been so good last year if Rodgers just played. It's like I don't think Stafford would do that. He would say like, "Coach, I'm sorry, I'm not your dude anymore. I don't have it. I'm done."
Yeah, and I think I always say it, and maybe this might be the offshoot. I don't know Stafford personally and all that stuff. I always feel like I kind of agree. I feel like he always has a classy, like nice. It's kind of like Andrew Luck, kind of like energy.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? He kind of has that, like, yeah.
I agree with that. I mean, I do think that he wouldn't push too far like some of the recent quarterbacks that we've seen. I think he'll know when to hang him up, if you will.
Yeah.
But I mean, that being said, I do think that there's a good chance that he does just win the Super Bowl and end it there. Like they have Jared Verse on the defense. They got some pieces on defense. They lost Aaron Donald, and it's kind of like one of the greatest defensive linemen of all time. It's like they just keep on going. Like Sean McVay is a genius. I mean, I'll give them a 7 and like a 12-5. Like I think they're going to be.
Yes.
Whoa, that hot? I mean,
I think they're going to be good, man. Like I think that like last year they were really good too. Like last year they were really good, and like Stafford was hurt for a while too. But when this team's clicking, they're going to click.
See, it might be the Sean McVay coaching era. Like he knows how to put teams into.
I'll give him credit.
Get it going.
If I'm thinking best coaches in the league right now, I mean it's clearly Andy Reid's number 1. But I think number 2 is between either Sean McVay, Nick Sirianni, or I don't know who you'd put beyond that. But
how about the coach from the Detroit Lions?
I mean, he's up there, but like you got to break through. Or like I was thinking about the 49ers coach, but it's like you haven't broken through. But the Rams won their Super Bowl. The Eagles and Sirianni's been to 2 Super Bowls and he's won one. Like you got to put that dude up there. Like he doesn't get enough love.
Yeah, I mean, I will be honest with you. It's so funny when I was thinking like when we did about the choices on the 2 teams, and it was still funny. Like the week 2, week 3. I know we're not talking about the Eagles, but even in that Super Bowl era, they were like even that ugly win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. There was still like Sirianni needs to be fired. People need to be fired. It's like, bro.
Well, that's hard, man. That's why there's some cities that you just don't want to coach in, and the fact that he's been able to be that successful. When like they're calling him to be fired, like after they win a Super Bowl, they boo their team if they come out like a little bit flat the first game of the next year. It's like there is no chill in Philly. Does that happen to be our next team too? Does that happen to be our next team? Can we transition to that?
No, our next team is going to go with the New York Giants. Oh my God. Oh boy. The Giants, who been an absolute tire fire, disappointment. I will still argue. And I would still think about it when my favorite podcast, the Dumpster Fire podcast, when they had 5 Points Vid and Urinating Tree. And 5 Points Vids was so mad that they were going to get Daniel Jones. And he literally just stood there in anger and frustration. And I hate to say it, I think he was right in hindsight. Daniel Jones was wash. I don't think he's good. I think he's trash.
Good thing the Giants have the good old Russell Wilson starting at the helm here.
Yeah, I think they should be starting Jackson Dart personally. I think Russell Wilson's washed. I think just throw your rookie in there at this point. Let him cook, man. That dude's going to be a baller.
Because Russell Wilson, he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers last season, correct?
Yeah, so it's an interesting season for Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson went. Everybody was excited in Denver, like, oh my God, we're going to get Russell Wilson and we're going to be so great this year. And this is our year. And they just played awful. They were like bottom 5 worst teams in the league. They just looked awful. He got trolled by Patrick Starr on Nickelodeon. And then, yes, that's not how he gets the cook, if I remember that line. And the year after that, I just feel like he did okay. They went mid. They did beat the Chiefs, but I felt like, Sean Payton was just like he wanted a new quarterback. He doesn't want a veteran with an ego. in Sean Payton's mind. And so he wanted Bo Nix, and then he went to the Steelers, did okay with the Steelers, but then they had like 7 losses in a row, including that playoff loss where they just got clobbered. So that's been Russell Wilson in the post-Seahawks era.
Yeah, I mean, we all mentioned that Russell Wilson, maybe his career is coming to an end.
I think he honestly
he's not going to have that ride like but like Peyton Manning had, where he can go to the Denver Broncos and win in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So the New York Giants, they finished 3-14 last season.
Which is also crazy.
You guys last week you guys gave the Saints a number 1.
Yeah.
Man, I remember last year for some reason that we gave the Saints and the Giants and the Browns. We're like pretty much tandem with giving them the bottom 3. Yeah. So yeah, give me the Giants. Can I give them a 1? Jeez.
You can give them 1.
Yeah, give the Giants a 1 for me.
Oh, we got a 1, baby.
Yeah, all right. You got kind of excited. Yeah, keep them at a 1. They were 3-14 last season. Russell Wilson, which, like I said, I like what you're saying, Stuart. He's not going to continue what he's doing. Jackson Dart should be the starting quarterback. Also, they have Jameis Winston coming from the Browns, who has more interceptions than touchdowns, pretty much. The only hope for the Giants is Malik Neighbors. Wasn't he a first-round pick last year? Great rookie. Man. So what? 3-14 last season. Give me a 1 for them right now.
It is so funny because
the Giants do play the NFC North. Lions, Vikings, Bears, Packers. 3-14. Give me same 3-14.
3-14, man. God. Like there's a lot.
Doug, what are you about to say when I mentioned the NFC North?
Commanders lost.
Yeah, just that sucks for them. I think that's probably 4 losses.
Chiefs lost. Chargers lost. Okay, there could be the Battle of the Tank Bowl, but I'm just saying it might be right there against the Saints.
Here's how I envision this going, gentlemen. They are going to try this out. This coach is desperate to win, so he's going to try to start Russell Wilson, a guy that's won a Super Bowl. It's going to backfire. They're going to fire the coach. Wilson's going to get benched. They'll do an interim head coach. Jackson Dart will start. They'll get hot at the end of the year. We'll realize that they have something, but it'll click all too late, and they'll win about 4 games.
Holy moly. Yeah, look at this. Commanders, Cowboys. I mean, that should be a win for the Cowboys. Yeah. Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs, Chargers, Saints in week 5. Man, holy moly. This should be another shitstorm for the New York Giants.
Like, I know that and I know other Chris that was in the podcast was talking about, hey, I should
Chris with a
K talked about you shouldn't smack talk the Giants because they have a good defense. But I'm just like,
he sounds like he's a Giants fan.
Well, he's not, but I'm just like, how do I feel how can you be optimistic if you're a Giants fan this year?
You hope that Saquon Barkley walks back and that you still have Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, right.
Like
Saquon Barkley, he loved the Giants organization so much. He's going to go from a Super Bowl champion winning team back to the New York Giants.
He wants to go back. He's like,
all right. So Doug, you're next on the board. Doug, what do you think here?
I kind of said my bit. Give me a 2 and a 4-13. Like, I do think Jackson Dart will be the starter by the end of the year, and he'll win them a game or 2. But Russell Wilson just ain't that guy.
I don't think he is. Like,
he's married to Sierra, right? Sierra.
Well, yeah. I mean, he might be the guy off the field. He's no longer the guy.
He is the guy off the field. I'll give him credit.
He's still a stud in most due respect. But
I mean, he's done better.
Focus on acting or something.
I mean, I'll always say it. Russell Wilson's done better than us schmucks has we ever done in our.
I mean, he was way better. A quarterback for Wisconsin, Big Ten. Let's go.
Yeah, he was a stud, man. He's a good player.
Yeah,
I feel like it's kind of ironic because I feel like early in his career, like he was viewed as the better quarterback than Matthew Stafford. Now I think at the end of their careers, I do think I would have a more favorable view of Stafford's career.
Yeah, it's sort of weird. Yeah, I do kind of agree. I just feel like that there's a lot of there was like a point in like the end of the 2020s. It's like, is Russell Wilson like top 5 best quarterbacks of all time?
No,
like of that decade.
Oh,
like, oh my goodness. And I know we talked about the hanging it up like with Stafford. I feel like Russell Wilson needs to hang it up at this point. Why are you still running?
I mean, I've made this point before, but I think the Steelers are worse with him than they were Justin Fields. Like I thought that the Steelers had a chance to do something with Fields, and I just felt like Wilson just slowed down the whole offense.
Would you rather have for your franchise quarterback, not franchise quarterback, would you have Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers? Currently, right now, how they perform.
Russell Wilson for sure.
I'll take Wilson because I feel like the one thing I'll at least give credit to Wilson. I don't think he like micromanages the team and being like, I need to fire everybody. Rodgers does. There's
a world where I'm wrong, but I see no possible outcome personally where Rodgers is even remotely decent. Yeah. I think he is like statistically he was towards the bottom, like 10 in the league last year. He got older. I don't see how he possibly got better. And so it's like, what are we praying on that? All of a sudden, 2015, Aaron Rodgers walks back through the door. Like, there's no way that he got better. Like, maybe he has a better team around him. But, like, they also gave him Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson, and they had Breece Hall. And all he could do was put up, like, 6 points when 9 would have won him the game. It's like, well, why?
I completely agree. Like, oh, look, here comes Devontae Adams pairing with Aaron. Oh, they're going to be great together. Nope. Not
it's just like, it's insane. And, like, why do we think he's just going to magically have it back? Like, where's it going to come from?
And I kind of agree when we talked with Tree on the podcast. Like, I feel like they need to rebuild. They need, like, a 4-13 season just to, like, start over.
Sir, I would love a Pittsburgh Steelers 4-13 season. Let's go.
Like, I know. You would love that. But I do kind of agree with, like, when Tree talked about it, like, I feel like that they need to rebuild. And I think the problem with that culture is, and I know we're probably we didn't talk about the Steelers. We talked about the Steelers earlier. I feel like
we want to see what you're talking about with the New York Giants. Where are they at?
This team is garbage. Like, I know the team is like they got the defense with other Chris, but how are you going to do well with Russell Wilson?
You can't.
No.
You can't do it. Can't do it.
You can't do it with Russell Wilson. This team deserves a 2.
A 2, and what's the record, Stuart? Doug, what'd you give him, a 5-12?
4-13. And I will also say it. Who do you think is going to be the better team? The Giants or the Browns, Chris?
Oh, easily the Browns.
That's not saying much.
Only because I have this flag flying high in the back of my room right now. Biased. No, oh man, like I said, the Giants, they play the NFC North. The Browns, they have a better. We'll talk about this later, but yeah, I feel like the Browns have a better chance of being better than the New York Giants.
Yeah, I feel like this is a bottom feeder team, and I honestly don't think they're going to beat the Cowboys twice or once.
I mean, they could.
I mean, that's all right.
But I mean, even this dog garbage of a Cowboys season.
Is that our next team, Stu? Can we talk about the Cowboys?
Yeah. Nice segue.
Next segue, we got to talk about my team, the team that I love and get frustrated with, the team that I still in my heart of hearts call America's team, even though you.
Sure, that was back in 1984, dude. No one gives a shit about.
All right, Stu, who has more wins in the state of Texas this year? Arch Manning or Dak Prescott?
Oh God. So I guess let's talk about what happened last season, where Jerry basically said we're going all in, and all in meant nothing. And I would say this is a Cowboys fan. This is why it's frustrating. And we're still and we got to probably talk about the other elephant in the room. The Michael Parsons requesting a trade instead of playing right there with Jerry Jones, and the Cowboys.
Is he still not signed?
He is still not signed. He's the only major person that is still not signed.
I mean, but what other team do you think he'd really sign with?
I don't know.
Doug, this is an open question.
No, I mean, I would love to see him in Detroit.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I think realistically.
Realistically.
Realistically, I could see like a team like the Commanders randomly going all in for him.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like the Commanders are just not boom or bust, but I don't know, Stu. Because, honestly, Jerry Jones said that he offered him the highest deal for a non-quarterback of all time by a significant amount, and Micah's people just kind of shoved it back at him and said "F off." Is what I read, and it's like, if that's truly the case, then I don't know how a deal gets done if you're being offered the richest contract in history and you're just like, nah.
I mean, maybe it might be the richest contract in history, and maybe it's just like, well, we're going to give you $30 million, and then it's like, this is the richest contract in history, and then they're like, no, and then they're like, we'll give you 45. Don't worry, don't worry, Micah. We can't say no to my boys. We'll get you a good contract. And I think it's so frustrating. And I do agree with Tree when he talked about it. And I mean, the art of negotiations. There's a great video about this, talking about the Cowboys. And it's just so frustrating that I feel like the Cowboys organization, instead of going to the year before and just getting the contract and let's going, it's just waiting to the last minute, seeing what's going to happen, and then you overplay their players. They overpaid Dak, they overpaid CD, and if Micah's going to play, they're going to overpay Micah. And it's so frustrating in this organization that there's a reason why we have not made an NFC championship since 1996, and it's ownership. And it's Jerry Jones and it's ownership. And it's so frustrating because Jerry doesn't want a GM. Jerry's basically coaching the team, and it's always Jerry. And I will talk about my two interesting YouTubers. One of them is Shingo Rants. He is a diehard, begrudging Cowboys fan, just like me. And he has a great point that I love where he talks about it. And this is the same frustration I feel about Jerry. Is most other teams, let's just say the Lions, you win, and it's like, hey, that's good. We win, that's a good thing. Cowboys win, Jerry's just like, yeah, you win. And I was the reason why we won, and this is why we won it. It's like that kind of arrogance and frustration in that sense.
I don't see it, Stu. I don't see how a billionaire could ever be arrogant. I don't believe it.
Oh yes, but I mean, look at the Chiefs. Their ownership doesn't meddle.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, all these great organizations and teams. I mean, that you have the ones with the Mahomes and the Brady's taking a pay cut. You don't have the guys holding out, throwing away huge contracts and getting bigger and bigger deals. Like Dak keeps getting huge contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't Dak want a lot of money? He got
a decent amount of money.
And now Mr. Micah Parsons wants a lot of money. I'm pretty sure he'll get it.
Yeah,
from Mr. Oil Tycoon Jerry Jones.
Which is so frustrating because I just feel like, we just are not learning the lessons of last year. I mean, granted, we got George Pickens. We'll see how George Pickens does at the Cowboys organization.
But you have arguably the number one wide receiver in the NFL. And who is it?
CeeDee Lamb.
There we go.
Which I do love. I do love.
I'm going to defend Jerry Jones just for no particular reason. But did you read the article about all of the cancer treatments and stuff that he's been through?
Yeah, I know he beat stage 4, which is cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cancer holds a special place in my heart. So
yeah, I mean, it was like, I'm not a Jerry Jones guy, but I was like, it was an interesting read for sure. Just hearing him, I mean, he had the luxury of getting to do he got to do some experimental treatments and beat stage 4 cancer, and he, obviously he's still with us today. So that's congrats to him on getting through that.
I do agree on that one, but
back to the main points.
Back to the main point of me ripping on the Cowboys.
Sorry to bring down the mood.
Yeah,
no sentimental value here. I'm not trying to cry here on the podcast.
I'm just gasping what my father always feels about the Cowboys and just the frustration. And then number 2, I always agree. There was a great rest in peace. The guy passed away. Uche Nwaneri, favorite YouTuber. He was part of the Dumpster Fire podcast with Tree and 5 Points Vids. Great YouTuber right there. He was a defensive player for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's a small, and Jacksonville's a small market team.
Duval.
Yes, before the Duval era. But he was there. He was there 2007 to 2013, basically. When they were really much a tire fire, let's be honest. Even he would admit they were a tire fire. Their coach got fired the first year. And he tried to go for the Cowboys after he got cut from the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he tried to play the practice squad, and it didn't work out for him. And he always talked about in that building, and this was a great Reddit post. I should send you that Reddit post just talking about the Cowboys. And he pretty much talked about that, this team had a lot of arrogance. They acted like they were the hot stuff. Like they acted like they already won the Super Bowl already. Even though this is 2013. It's been almost 20 years. You haven't made it to an NFC championship.
Well, yeah. I mean, you might not be wrong. So there might be just something on the mindset because you're so insanely popular. Even if you suck, you're still probably like America's team and whatever. And like you're the media hub of the NFL. You're the most popular team. And so there probably is some sense of a ego that gets developed thinking that you're great when, the entire city of Dallas probably hypes them up all offseason, no matter how terrible they obviously are on paper.
And like I said, I always say it, like in Texas, I always say it. There's 3 things you got to love in Texas. It's God, it's country, and it's football.
Oh, I thought steers, queers, and football.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? And you're going to get canceled. We're canceling you, Christopher. Yeah. You're canceled.
Sorry, Chris.
Cancel this casual sports talk podcast.
We're canceling you.
Back to the main point here, sir. What do you think here? For Mr. Jerry Jones,
yes,
and Mr. Stuart Jasper, and the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, back to the Cowboys, I would say.
For the Steers and Queers.
But it is interesting in the Dak era. So it's been 9 years of the Dak era. And I will always say the Dak era always has 4 things that's always happened.
Tony Romo.
Well, Tony Romo getting hurt, but I'm saying Dak era, not Romo era. It's either one.
I feel like Doug and I would rather have Tony Romo than Dak Prescott, but
I love golf.
How dare you all? How dare you all? How dare you all? Why are you triggering me talking about my boy?
Well, Stu, if both are going to lose games, like I'm not going to lie, I would rather spend an afternoon with Tony Romo. I kind of think Dak could be kind of arrogant and not very fun to hang out with. Where I think that Tony Romo would be.
He got the Walter Payton Man of the Year award.
Yeah, that's great, Stu. That's wonderful. But I think I'd rather spend an afternoon with Tony Romo. That's all I'm saying. Maybe he's a great dude. I hope he goes and sleeps well.
I'd rather spend time with a guy that can actually win playoff games.
Dak did win playoff games. He did.
Wait, who has won more playoff games, Mr. Dak Prescott or Mr. Tony Romo?
I think honestly, they're both.
We'll look that up later, sir. What are you projecting the Dallas Cowboys record-wise?
That's what I was trying to get back to my triggering point, and before all this, this nonsense that I have to deal with.
So I love that we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys right now.
Yes, where I always say the Dak era has been either super hype and they really have a good shot and they blow in the playoffs. That's number one. Number two is they either do make a postseason but then they lose to the better team, basically. The better team, the 49ers, the Rams, a couple years, like in 2020. Like teams that basically, didn't make it to the Super Bowl or at least made it to the NFC Championship also. Or you have that embarrassing loss against the Packers for some reason. We always lose to the Packers or we always lose to the 49ers. Two of our kryptonites.
So Stu, I will say this is all great history, but what is your outlook for this year?
Hear me out. If you had bad seasons, was Dak getting hurt, and that's when they had a really bad season. Last year, Dak got hurt, and they weren't looking good either. Let's be honest.
I mean, when Dak was hurt, they were the worst team to watch in football by far.
Yeah, they were pretty bad. They were abysmal.
The Lions game, if Aiden Hutchinson wouldn't have gotten hurt against the Cowboys, that would have been probably my favorite Lions game of all time. That was the only thing that made that not the best Lions game because we lost our boy Hutch and possibly the Super Bowl. But honestly, that was fun. That was
awful. That was the worst game ever. I literally was in the fetal position at the bar with my friends. They were like, "Oh, the boys! Oh, they're great!"
Oh my goodness!
I literally was like this. Anyway, I feel like this might be the mid-Dak. I honestly feel like.
Did we talk about George Pickens though?
Yes, we can talk about George Pickens.
Well, now they have
no. Don't talk about him right now.
I'm just saying, did we? Because that's another factor here. But they don't have a running game. Who is running the ball for this team, Stu?
Javonte Williams. The running back from the Denver Broncos last season.
Okay.
And I was going to elaborate on both Javonte Williams and George Pickens. But, sir, what are you feeling right now?
I feel like for right now, they got to prove to me right now. But I think this might be a 9-8 team, and I think I'm going to give them a 5 for right now. I feel like this.
Kudos to you. That is the most honest opinion, and that was amazing, Stu.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be trash. I don't think they're going to be like bottom 5 worst team because, like I said, they still got Dak. They still got a good quarterback. Also, I will say the Cowboys' pessimism. People that say we need to get rid of Dak and Dak sucks, and that's the reason why. Look what happens when you don't have Dak. Look at last year. We don't have Dak, and we have Trey Lance and Cooper Rush.
You also had Mike McCarthy.
And now we got Brian Schottenheimer. I'm just saying.
So you got no Micah, new head coach, no running game.
And basically, I hate to say it, but Brian Schottenheimer is just a yes man for Jerry. That's the one thing you got to be a coach. Are you going to say yes to Jerry Jones?
Well, shoot, Stu. I'll say yes to Jerry Jones for like $20 million a year.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I will pay Micah Parsons. Yes, sir. Yeah. I will put CD in the game.
All right. Christopher, where are you putting the Cowboys?
So Cowboys, they finished what, 9? Let's see. Last year, the Cowboys finished 7-10. They don't have a running game, even though I did mention they have Javonte Williams, who was a starting running back for the Denver Broncos last season. But I always love that 2 tandem wide receiver core. They have George Pickens. They have CeeDee Lamb. The Bengals have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. You know, I love that. Like I said, I love that 2 tandem. And they have Dak Prescott, who is an amazing quarterback for what he's worth fantasy-wise or whatever he's doing at the helm of the Dallas Cowboys. They finished 7-10 last year. Oh, gosh. For some reason, Jerry Jones, the oil tycoon, put me at a 6 right now.
Yes!
Well, sure. I mean, I love that you're getting excited because you gave him the 5. Sure, what you gave him? What, a 9 and 8?
Yeah, I just feel like that. There's sometimes I'm just like,
yeah. I mean, the New York Giants, they're gonna.
I think we'll beat the Giants twice.
Again. The Giants are gonna suck again. Commanders, they have Jane Daniels. Eagles, this might be a division that could have three teams making the playoffs. They finished 7-10. Give me a 9 and 8 record for the Dallas Cowboys. They do have a. I was looking at their schedule right now. They have a good amount of teams they could. I don't want to say easily should beat, but a few teams on their schedule that they.
I mean, we could beat the Jets. I think we can beat the Panthers. Commanders could be a 50-50.
Doug, what do you think? Doug, what are you feeling right here with the Dallas Cowboys?
Gentlemen, I've been debating in my head over here how I want to do this because I've been sick. I'm losing my voice. I wanted to keep it short.
Well, don't master debate too hard.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Stu. You know how much I've been looking forward to just ripping on this team.
Let's go.
And in case there happens to be a fan here that stays just to hear this part.
How dare you?
This might be for you. It might not be.
How dare you all?
Stu, here's my problem with the Cowboys, okay? I think it's, like we talked about a little bit ago, it's the absolute unearned arrogance that they have. It's like you mentioned, they have not made an NFC Championship game. This would be, what, the 30th season if they don't make it in 2026?
Yeah.
30 years, Stu. Jared Goff is 30 years old. Jared Goff has never seen the Cowboys make the NFC Championship game. You know, your nephews, they would have had to have been born 26 years earlier or so to even see the Cowboys.
I was 5 years old the last time the Cowboys had made it to a Super Bowl.
Like, that sucks. And, like, that's how it's – I mean, I feel like I was 11 when the Pistons last won a championship, and that feels like 4 lifetimes ago, and I don't realize how good I had it, and I wish I would have remembered that feeling more because it sucks. You know, I mean, the Tigers haven't won a World Series in my lifetime. I'm sitting there like, come on, guys, win us one.
I mean, don't get me started about the Lions.
The Lions, you know, like win us one, man. Like win one in my father's lifetime. Like he has been waiting for, 60 plus years for this moment. And you know what's sad, Stu? He, similar to your father with the Cowboys, there's a phrase in Detroit, Stu. It's same old Lions. And I really wish that the Cowboys would switch their perspective here. Because, like, the Lions fans, I feel like you love the Lions fans because we know that we haven't been relevant. So when we are, we're so excited. And when we're back down to earth, it'll be kind of like a bummer. But the fact that the Cowboys can be this bad every single year for 30 years and still come in every year and say, this is our year.
This is our year, baby. This is our year.
It is so unbelievably exhausting.
It is our year, baby. You know what? I'm switching it, baby. I'm switching the 10. I'm giving them a 10. 10, baby.
Well, Stu, you live your best life.
Whoa, sir, you cannot switch to a 10, dude.
All right.
So, it's like, do they have talent? Yes, absolutely they do. But they also did with like Dez Bryant and like a bunch of other guys, and like they had elite running games and better offensive lines and good defenses. There's just so much missing with this team. Like this doesn't feel like a team that can reasonably make the playoffs to me. Like, you got to play the Eagles. You got to play the Commanders twice. And I was like, that division's hard. Dak could carry you. If he's healthy, I mean, that offense could explode, and Dak could throw for 5,000 yards and 45 touchdowns. And CD and George Pickens could be amazing. And, like, that would be wonderful for the whole state of Texas, too.
And I will be so humble when that happens.
No, it'll be wonderful for someone's fantasy football team.
But
because Dak Prescott is typically always amazing when it comes to fantasy football, but when it comes to realistic, not so much.
And that's what's hard is, like, for one, even if they make it there, I couldn't trust them to win a game. So, like, I'm already capped at a 6. Because, like, we've seen them when they're favored in the playoffs choke every time. Favored against the Packers, get smoked.
It was awful.
I know. I'm sympathizing with you here, Stu. I promise. I'm not even trying to troll you.
Don't sympathize with Stuart.
It sucks, Stu. No doubt about it. But it's like, can you even trust them to win a playoff game? Like, even if they made it, like, there's no way that I'd realistically say that they would beat any of these teams that we view as like strong playoff contenders. Like, you can't tell me they beat Philly. You can't tell me they beat Detroit or Green Bay because we've seen that happen.
Or even the Commanders.
It's like, the Buccaneers would be like an interesting one, but like, so it's tough. Like, I think I have to give them a 5 and like a 8 and 9. Like, I think since I did my math, and I mean, they're definitely they're very clearly the third best team in the division. It's like they're very clearly set in their spot.
Does Ezekiel Elliott still even play in the NFL?
I don't know. I mean, he might be on the practice squad somewhere. Maybe I don't know.
I feel like Stuart should know this.
Also, it's weird that Jerry Jones once said that Ezekiel Elliott should be in the Ring of Honor.
I mean, if they won a Super Bowl or something, but like,
yeah, right. If he did something spectacular like he did the Ohio State University.
No, he's on the practice squad for the Chargers now. No, he's out. He's done. His NFL career is done.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I don't see anything.
Oh man, that's a shot to the heart. Yeah. Ezekiel Elliott's NFL's career pretty much done.
Yeah. Well, that's what's hard about like being a running back too. It's like if you can go from like peak to like out of the league in 2 years, and like everybody kind of just forgets pretty quickly of the running back.
Who you are, what you've done in your collegiate career, you know.
What have you done with me? It's all. I feel like the NFL is what have you done with me lately?
I mean, very literally, man.
Yeah, like look at Zeke. Bye. I mean, granted, they re-signed him, but it was just more like, oh, we got tickets.
Well, I mean, the peak is truly so short. I mean, like you have like I think of that. What was his name? Chris Johnson or something. Where it's like he had
the Tennessee Titans at one point.
Yeah, like he had like 2 huge years, and then all of a sudden, like out of the league. And you're like, he was like clear number 1 pick, like in fantasy. To like, I don't even like know if he was in the league like a couple of years later.
Do you guys remember Ricky Williams?
Yes, the Ricky Williams with the.
Yeah, he played for the Miami Dolphins.
Yes, and he played for the Saints because of that trade with the Redskins back in the day.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, which basically screwed both of the teams basically because it was like really bad. They like traded 1 through like it was like for next year it was like 1 through 9, like their whole draft board, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 in like the year 2000. It was like 99 and 2000. Dick Butkus still says to this day that was a good trade.
Dick Butkus.
Yes. That's a fun story on that one.
Speaking about it, Buckus, what team are we playing, or are we talking about next?
All righty, we got one team down. We got another team to go, and it is the Commanders, who has an interesting story. I feel like in the post-Schneider era, they got Jaden Daniels now.
Wow.
And
it's crazy. The Commanders finished 12-5 last season. That's amazing.
And they made it to the NFC Championship. It is crazy to think about it.
Like, against the Philadelphia Eagles. But hey, let's focus on the Commanders right now.
I mean, it's been a crazy. I mean, they did sign that one guy for a $96 million contract. I forgot the guy's name. I know they signed him.
Oh yeah, I mean they just gave McLaurin his raise, right?
Ooh, yeah, Scary Terry, wide receiver out of the Ohio State University.
Well, I mean, dude, the Commanders, they got a lot of potential this year. I mean, they were obviously pretty close last year.
Yeah, Debo
and
Samuel.
They put some money into this team, man. Like this is a team that, I mean, you could probably make a strong case for like NFC frontrunners. I mean, Jaden Daniels already might be the best QB in the NFC.
I might actually agree with you, Douglas. I might actually, when we get to next week's podcast, I might consider putting the Commanders the division winner.
I mean,
the Commanders. I'm not like jinxing them right now, but through the first 6 weeks, they should be 6-0.
Like
the Giants, Packers, Raiders, Falcons, Chargers, Bears, Cowboys. So they should be 7-0.
No. They will lose.
Well, I mean, honestly, like we were saying, like, you know, we talked about the Chiefs 2 weeks ago on the podcast being 9-8 potentially. They play the Chiefs week 8. They could be, the Commanders could be 8-0.
I mean, like honestly, dude, I don't know how you stop Jaden Daniels if he was so good last year. I mean, he was so calm, and like the most frustrating thing about the the game against the Lions was they out-Lionsed us, man. Like they made a bunch of 4th down conversions. He was clutch every time. He just got that cool, calm gene. I mean, didn't he win the Heisman Trophy as well? He won the Heisman Trophy.
He went to LSU, right?
Yeah, LSU Heisman Trophy. I think 2nd overall pick. And
I don't want to jinx Jane Daniels, the Washington Commanders, because it's the Washington football team Commanders. But look at their schedule. If they beat the Chiefs week 8, Seahawks, Lions, week 10. That could be a great. But like
that would be an interesting one. I definitely.
Yeah, like I don't want to say if they could go 17-0, but they do play the Philadelphia Eagles twice in the same season.
Where's that Lions game at? Is it Detroit or Washington?
Sunday, November 9th. It is in Detroit.
I mean, if we have a healthy,
it's not a home game for the Commanders by any means.
I mean, would you get tickets for that game, Douglas?
Probably not. It'll be so expensive.
So right now, tickets as low as $235.
You can bring your kids right there to the line. Hey, you want to go?
Can I go drop a couple of G's to watch the Lions?
Yeah, right. Oh, they won't worth it though.
They're not worth it.
Oh wow! Can we watch them choke again to Jaden Daniels? That'd be great. Can I see it even closer this time?
But the only thing is, I love the Commanders. And what the Commanders were last season, they were. I'm sorry. So I'm starting out our broadcast. So the Commanders were 12-5 last season.
Oh,
they can start out hot this season. They could go. The reason they won't go undefeated is because the Philadelphia Eagles. My goodness.
Yeah, I feel like but it's going to be.
I mean,
they went 12-5 last season.
In Detroit too. I mean. Like, I do think, literally, I think people kind of gloss over, and, like, granted, it's not an excuse, but, like, the Lions were pulling dudes off, like, random practice squads that never played a snap that season to play defense against that game.
I mean, they're literally having people that literally had 8 plays in the practice.
I mean, and that's what's hard.
And then they're literally, all right, your next play in number 9 is literally the divisional round of the playoffs.
Well, and like I was telling people too, like Jaden Daniels was like the worst matchup for that because like Sam Darnold, you blitz him, it works. But Jaden Daniels is mobile, he's athletic, he's quick, he's got a crazy arm. So it's like you blitz him and you don't get home, and then all of a sudden he's just throwing it all over the field on you.
And also, I mean, they were even snapping. If I remember that game correctly, they were like making the Lions have so many penalties. I mean, it was like 12 men on the field penalties. If I remember that when they went, it was like 4th and 1. And then that cost them like a first down to the goal line.
They had every chance. And that's the thing. Like they were clutch. Like we still could have gotten it done, but like they're only gotten better. Like they got who they get the edge rusher, Von Miller, I think they got. Did they get the Bosa brother as well? Did they get like Joey Bosa and Von Miller? Or am I crazy?
Ooh, no, they have Von Miller, but I don't see any Bosa brothers on their depth chart.
Where did Joey Bosa go? I thought the Chargers cut him.
Not with the Commanders.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he go to the Bills?
Joey Bosa. Let me check. Where is he? Yeah, he's with the Bills.
We'll look that up. But hey, since I'm on the clock right now, Commanders, they won what? They went 12-5 last season. Will they, I'm going to say they'll stay the same pace, 12-5 this season. No, 13-4 this season for the Commanders. Put them at a 7, which means they'll win the first round of the playoffs. Yeah, I'm coming with that. 13-4 with 7 for the Commanders.
See, I mean, I think I'll match it, Chris. Like I was considering an 8. But then, like, there's also the possibility of a sophomore slump. I mean, we were all in on the Houston Texans last year, and like they had a amazing, rookie quarterback coming to their second year, and C.J. Stroud. They got a bunch of new skill positions. They put some money into the defense, and I mean, they still made the playoffs and they still won a playoff game. But like, they didn't take that jump that we kind of expected, and that's the only reason I'm not giving them the 8 is like there's a good chance that there is some kind of a sophomore slump. These NFL teams and defensive coordinators have probably been spending all offseason figuring out how do we stop this guy. And so, like, he's going to get some new wrinkles. He might hit, a bump in the road here or there. So, I mean, I'd say a 13-4 and a 7 is pretty perfect. And they're, like, definitely a team that easily could make that jump to an NFC championship game. But, like, will they? I don't know. Because you still have the
Joey, sorry to interrupt you there, Mr. Duck. Joey Bosa got signed by the Buffalo Bills.
Nice.
Nick Bosa, what is this gentleman doing?
But yes, do them at a 7 and a 13-4.
Oh my God, 13-4. Christopher was a 13-4 also.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to like here, man. That's the thing. I mean, like Chris said, this could be a team that could just absolutely dominate the NFC. But I mean, it's hard to do with a rookie quarterback to truly outduel all of these other elite teams and players, especially when you have some. I mean, you play the Chiefs, you play the Lions, you play the Eagles twice. You can't convince me they're going to just go perfect in all those situations.
Exactly. Plus, like, they have a great starting schedule. Giants, Packers, Raiders, Falcons, Chargers. They should start a great season, maybe go undefeated, but
Packers and Chargers are low-key tough, though. I mean, those aren't good.
Low-key tough, but I think that's always good. You need to have a low-key tough game. You know what I mean?
And like they're not gonna be able to beat the Eagles twice in the same season.
I think they can.
Plus, what you guys said, they do play the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Chargers, Justin Herbert. Man, I love this season coming up.
It would be interesting. I honestly feel like a lot more confident on the Commanders right now. The same thing as you guys. I think they played a really great game. And honestly, it still makes me laugh that Dan Snyder is probably pissy that, like, oh my God, 2 years out of like the ownership and now the Commanders are successful. And I owned that team for 25 years and they didn't do diddly squat because of micromanagement and just terrible. And I will still argue in this podcast, even from the last time we talked about it, Dan Snyder is still probably the worst owner of my lifetime. Hands down.
Dan Snyder. Who does he own?
Worse than Jimmy Haslam.
No, I think he owns a soccer team in Europe.
Oh, my God. He's probably going to ruin that too. Let's be honest.
I mean, he almost didn't, like, give up the keys to the building type of stuff. Like, he was a pretty rough dude.
This is the man. I remember Urinating Tree made a video on this man. He is the man during the 2008 financial crisis when times were tough, gentlemen. He literally said, 80-year-old ladies, I know times are tough and you didn't like renege your ticket stubs. I'm suing you for that.
Ooh, oh my goodness.
Yeah, like that's how petty that man is. I hate that man.
I mean, that's how you're a billionaire compared to a millionaire.
Yeah, I honestly think he is a POS.
Just screw people over.
There's a few people in like, yeah, I honestly think he is a POS. And I would honestly say that to his face.
Point of sales, beautiful.
And it is so funny. It was actually kind of funny, Douglas. And I met at the bar that night when the Commanders beat the Lions. There's actually one fan that was a Commanders fan. And I literally told him, like, hey, it's so cool that you won. He's like, I thought I was going to get beat up in this because I went to Ann Arbor and I wore, like, Commanders jerseys at a bar.
You know, I mean, I was super nervous going into that game. Like, I was telling my coworkers, I'm like, dude, honestly, I think this is the worst matchup we could have had. Like, I honestly just had a gut feeling about it. And he's like, oh, my God, you guys will smoke them. I'm like, dude, this dude's different. Like, Jaden Daniels is different, man. Like, I respect it. Like, you know, like there's certain fan bases like the 49ers that like hurt to lose to. Like the Commanders, I mean, you know, it's nice to see them doing it right and building a good team here.
Yes. And you know, the funny part, back to the story, I told him, you know, hey, we can all agree as Americans. I'm going to curse on this one. We can all agree on one thing. Fuck Dan Snyder. And he was like, yes, I hated that motherfucker.
Sir, did you swear on this podcast?
I did. I did.
Family friendly.
I know.
That just cost us 8 views.
Speaking of swearing,
but I will say back to the Commanders, I think they're going to look good. I honestly feel like that this team could probably – I think this team might win the division. Well, I think they could. I think honestly that is probably my pick for the division winner right now is the Commanders right now. I think
it's a coin flip still.
And I think I'm going 13-3. I'm giving them the 7.
Wait, 13-3 or 14-3?
14-3.
Nice.
I think I'm agreeing with you guys. I think honestly the Commanders look good. I honestly think there could be a front runner for the Super Bowl right now.
Well, let's talk.
The pull man 8, Stuart.
Let's move on to the defending champs. And
all right. We'll talk with you, Douglas. I mean, my worst nightmare came true. I've been having sleepless nights for the last 6 months talking about.
You know, Stu, here's how I'll relate to you again because I'm feeling for you today. You know, I had to live through the Buckeyes winning the national title, so like that sucked too. I mean, at least we got to beat them, but like whatever, not the point. So we both have felt some heavy feelings on.
What about the 2010
Buckeyes? See, that's where this doesn't quite hurt as much as Stuart's. Like my situation isn't quite as terrible as yours is as a Cowboys fan. Like that's got to be like the worst right now to be. You know, you got to watch the Eagles. 2 Super Bowls in the last 10 years? Unbelievable! What a great dynasty. Best city in America.
Worst city in America. I will still argue that.
I mean, Stuart. They should truly be America's team. I mean, what's more American than an eagle? Like,
How's the Cowboy? The Liberty Bell? We talk about this so many times.
Worst city in America.
Dude, how is a Cowboy American? Like, they're only in the South. Like, that is a very small part of America. The Eagle.
No. Worst team in America. Worst team in America.
Sir, do you have chaps or do you have a horse that you look like a cowboy?
Yes, I got my cowboy hat right here, ready to go.
A cowboy hat doesn't make you a cowboy, Stu, okay?
I'm just saying.
But, you know.
Sure, us three, we've all been to the Liberty Bell.
Mm-hmm. That was
beautiful. City of brotherly love.
City of brotherly hate. I want you to wear, I'm just telling you, Douglas, I want you to wear your Lions gear at a Lions.
City of brotherly love.
And I just want to see what will happen if the Lions beat the Phillies. You might get your
Phillies.
You know, Stu, if you dare me to, I'll do it.
Yeah, I double dare you to go to a Phillies game.
I think the Lions play in Philly this year, so I might have a chance.
Oh my God! Would you do it? Would you go?
I mean, there's always a chance, Stu. Like if I'm feeling like if I have some extra time on my hands, I'll totally drive out to Philly and tailgate it and just absolutely say how Gibbs is the best running back in the league and how Amon-Ra and Jay Moore are a better wide receiver duo than AJ Brown and Devonta.
You know,
how Penei Sewell's the better tackle. Like I can talk.
Worst city in America, asshole city. Like
like I can speak facts on them, right?
No,
honestly, the Cowboys. Sorry, the Eagles might have one of the toughest, not the toughest, but one of the toughest schedules in all of the NFL right now. I mean, obviously they play the Giants, but to start the season off, they play the Cowboys. That could be a toss-up. You never know what happens. But then
I think
the Rams, the Buccaneers, and then the Broncos. Like, man, this could be interesting.
That could be a 1-3 start.
Exactly.
And then they'll probably say Sirianni needs to be fired afterwards.
Okay,
so let's
not go that crazy.
Stu, very similar to you pointing at this toilet bowl and saying rings. That's all the Eagles have to say, Stu, for eternity. They got their rings.
Well,
and they can be in the toilet this year, Stu, but nobody cares.
But anyway, what do you think?
They will forever be the team that ended Patrick Mahomes' dynasty.
But what do you feel about this Eagles team this
year? I mean, they're deep. They're talented. They got Saquon. They got AJ. They got Jalen. They got Cooper DeJean. They got dudes. They're one of the most talented rosters in the league. One of the best coaches in the league. I mean, it's hard to see them stepping too far back. I mean, they get the luxury of playing the Cowboys twice a year.
Boom!
Literally, I find them and the Commanders to be a coin flip. I do think that the Commanders will take the division this year, and I gave the Commanders a 7 and 13 and 4. So I'm going to give the Eagles a 7, but a 12 and 5.
Thank you. Yes.
And I do think that they will be one of the better teams. I mean, I was going to be pretty good.
Oh my God, I was going to get triggered, and I thought you guys were going to give them 9s or something like that.
No, I mean, I'm realistic. I mean, I think it's them, the Commanders, and the Lions as the top 3 in the NFC.
Can we skip Stuart and go to me and then save Stuart for the last right here?
Yeah, that sounds banger.
That's fine.
I mean, yeah, the main question is, can they repeat? Whether it be the Super Bowl champions or NFC champions?
I mean, it has been a while since the NFC has repeated. So we haven't had a division same winner since 2004 in the NFC East. It's been that's been the first time. That's the last time we had a repeat. We haven't had a Super Bowl repeat since the Seahawks and the Legion of Boom 2014-2015. That was the last Super. And
so almost 10 years.
And we haven't had a back-to-back Super Bowl win in the NFC since the Dallas Cowboys 94-95 season.
All right, once you said Dallas Cowboys, I stopped believing.
There couldn't be a better team to end that streak than.
No.
Way to set that.
Sir, I love what you're saying. Sir, I love what you're saying. This is I love the facts. So I don't think the Eagles will repeat in champions. They finished what? 14-3 last season? Yeah, 14-3. They'll win the division, put me at a 7. But man, it's crazy. Wow. So give me a 15. Let's go 12-5 for the Eagles.
Okay, so you're thinking the same way with Doug, right? You gave him a 12-5 also, Douglas.
No, Doug gave him
12-5.
Yep.
But you gave the Commanders a 13-4 though.
Even better.
But
so that means the Commanders are going to win. Wow, let's go.
I thought you said the Eagles were winning the division. First ever division winner with less wins.
Yeah. It might be. I mean, I feel like the Eagles still look legit. They still got their players. They still got Jaden Daniel and Jalen Hurts, and they got Saquon. They got the good players. But I do feel like and this is my problem. I feel like maybe the only disadvantage is I still feel like the NFC has a lot more parity compared to the AFC. The AFC, you still have the 3 trident horses of Mahomes, Lamar, Allen. And then you could put Burrow, but Burrow's team has kind of been in the middle.
Why are you talking about the AFC here, Stuart?
But I'm thinking for the NFC. I'm kind of talking about the NFC where there's a lot more parities. I could see a world where the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl. I could see the world where the Commanders make a Super Bowl. The Rams make a Super Bowl. I could see even the Packers or even the Lions make a Super Bowl. I could honestly see a world with those teams right there. And I feel like there's definitely a parity in this one in the league. I just feel like it's kind of weird to put that, I honestly feel like I might put him to 7 right now because I just don't feel as super confident. I do feel like this team is definitely going to be still legit.
I mean, across the board, we have any of us, including Chris with a K, have any of us put an 8 on the board?
Did we get the Lions an 8?
We gave the Lions an 8. That was the only team.
Ooh, and I was not here last week.
And I did not give the Lions an 8.
No, we're going Lions.
Me and Chris both homers hard last week.
Yeah, you're biased.
Stu, one thing I have to say. I respect you more for this podcast. That was very nice. Like you didn't just you were respectable and humble today. And like I know that sometimes you just want to say the Cowboys are going to do it, but you were honest. You gave them a 5. And like I respect that, Stu.
I've got to be realistic. Like I said, I mean, in my heart of hearts, I'm like they're 10 in my heart.
Just Stu, for the love of the game, I respect it.
Yes, and and also I'm going to go 12-5. I think they'll make the wild card, and then we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like I could see them like number 5 in the wild card or something like that. But there you have it, gentlemen. We've done it. 32 teams. We have their picks. We have their decisions right here. So next week, we're going to have a couple things. Number 1, we're going to have talking about who we're going to pick winning these divisions. Who do you think? And we're going to have a $5 bet on who you think is going to win the division, who you think is going to make the wild card, and who you think is going to make the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. Mind you, and we're also going to have who do you think is going to get the number 1 overall pick?
Nice. Could I ask a question? And not something we have to do. Could we save a moment for a brief college football recap? Because there's some fun events in the college football world.
I honestly do think we should probably. We can do a little bit. I'm so excited for the Longhorns and Cowboys. Not Longhorns. The Longhorns
right. This upcoming Saturday.
Yeah, Longhorns.
The Ohio State University Buckeyes.
Mm-hmm. I literally texted my friends. I was like, I know they're runners and they're not like into the sports and stuff, but I'm like, hey, we need to watch this Ohio State versus.
Well, all right, so for all of our viewers here on the Casual Sports Talk podcast, Stuart is clearly a Texas Longhorn fan. I went to Ohio State, so obviously I'm a Buckeyes fan. So Doug, you're a median.
Who
would you rather have win? Actually, that might not make sense because you're a Wolverines fan.
let me give you an honest opinion here. Like I don't mean this disrespectfully in any way. Okay. But it's kind of like this isn't meant to be disrespectful towards Ohio State because they're obviously one of the best programs in the country.
It sounds like it's disrespectful already.
It's gonna sound really bad.
However,
it's gonna sound really bad when I say it. There's a part of me that views it like being like a big brother, little brother thing where it's like, I don't want them to beat up our brother. I want to be the one that humbles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want Texas to come in and say, SEC's the best. We just went into the defending national champs and just chirp all year about how the SEC is better. Like, I want the Big Ten to still be the best conference. I want us to win another national title. I want us to beat each other up, but I want us to beat the SEC. And so, like, I want Michigan to then go into week 2 and go humble those Oklahoma Sooners. Bryce Underwood lead the charge so we can go, you guys beat Texas, we'll beat Oklahoma.
Let's go.
And then, maybe we both go into this game 11-0 again and have another one of those epic games.
Also,
let's go.
Also, Douglas, I should ask before we go. I know this is random. How do you feel about the Big Ten commissioner saying we should have 24 to 28 teams in the playoffs?
I mean, Stu, I think you must love it because you've been advocating.
Yeah, right. I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying that. I think it's ridiculous. I mean, I think 12 felt perfect. Like, I was getting a little bit like this college football season needs to end personally. Like, going until almost like February, I was like, come on. College football is supposed to be over like January 1st, in my opinion. And now it's like we're just keep pushing it later and later. These college dudes are playing 18 games a year. It's like, granted, they're making money now, but it's like, like 28 teams, like there is no meaning to any of these big games anymore.
No.
Like this Texas Ohio State game would be meaningless in a 28 team playoff. Both teams would easily make the playoffs. A 12 team, if the Texas Longhorns come in or if the Buckeyes destroy the Texas Longhorns and then the Longhorns win the SEC, it's going to be like, we smoked the SEC champs. Like the Big Ten's clearly better. Like there's a certain like level of it mattering now, and it'll like factor into how many teams in each league get into the playoff.
Oh my goodness. I do have to say, I definitely, but we'll tell you the off-season podcast, but there's actually a great YouTuber. He's called Squidtard. He's been pretty much into college football. He's like the urinating tree of college football. He has 10,000 subscribers. Love the guy. He's so good. He actually did a great video of basically talking about the trident three of the Big Ten. And it was basically Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State. And then everybody else, and he like crapped on every other Big Ten team. It was just garbage.
Well, I mean, and like, there's a real shot that Penn State wins it this year. I mean, I know everybody's expecting James Franklin to choke it away.
Oh, he's a choking hazard.
I mean, he is, but like, so is Jim Harbaugh, and then he finally did it. And it's like, this might be the team that, like, they're just so talented on so many positions. Like, Penn State should be the best team in college football. Like, they have the best roster top to bottom.
Isn't Penn State ranked number 2 at the moment?
I think so. And like, I mean, honestly,
so we have Texas number 1, Penn State number 2, and Ohio State number 3.
Well, I don't get why Texas is over Penn State. Like, maybe I'm just not seeing something, but like, Penn State brings back so many more skill position players, so much more just depth across every position, where Texas lost a lot of their best playmakers. They're starting a new quarterback for the first game on the road at Ohio State. And everybody's like, clearly the best team in the country. Like, they got some transfer guys. They're a good team. But you can't tell me that Penn State, top to bottom, isn't the most talented roster, at least on paper.
I mean,
I'm saying talent wins the championship every time, but I'm saying just preseason, Penn State, like, they bring back their quarterback, their top 2 running backs. Just like, the entire team is there from a team that honestly should have been in the national title last year.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't just make a terrible interception against Notre Dame, they should have been playing for a national title last year.
They should have been. And also, anyway, do you have any final thoughts, gentlemen?
Oof, wow. A lot to take in. A lot of college football playing up here on this upcoming Saturday. But, man, this NFL season is about to be amazing.
I'm honestly
there's a lot of good teams this year. I feel like there's more quality teams than there have been in a while. Maybe I'm just biased, but like,
I feel like we say that every year. Like, oh, there's a lot. I agree with you, Doug. Like, and Stuart, like, there's a lot of good teams NFL wise that should be amazing. But like, it always happens. Like, oh, this one team shuts out the other division. Blah blah blah. But hey, like we always say,
any given Sunday. That's the NFL.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
And indeed. And so that's going to be this week for this week. Next week, we'll do our playoffs. We're going to do all the things. We're going to pick our predictions, who's going to make the playoffs, who's going to be in the wild card, who's going to make the Super Bowl. We'll talk about a little bit of a recap about the Ohio State-Texas game. Great game. I'm hoping for a great, fantastic
game. A little recap about that. You're right.
We'll do a little recap. And then 2 weeks from today, gentlemen, Week 1, NFL. We are going to get our stocks ready. We're going to have our who's going to do well, who's going to lower some stocks, and which team is definitely heading to the recession proof.
Look forward to it, Stu. Let's do it.
Recession, Cleveland Browns.
As always, I'm not putting some stock in the Browns. Let's be honest. No stocks in the Browns.
All right, gentlemen.
But anyway, as always, I'm going to catch you later, Mr. Gator. So as always, take care. Bye-bye.